Okay. We're live. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome to Let's Cook with Yvonne, Michelle and Lyndon Wissart, the Inspired Diabetic. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Those of you who are on Facebook, welcome this afternoon. Those of you who are on YouTube, welcome. We are super, super, super excited to have you here and cooking with us. This week we've got some tasty food as always. I'm always left feeling hungry, and I cannot wait for the moment and the day when Lyndon and I can come together and we'll be cooking and standing in the same kitchen and doing this live and direct for you guys. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce my partner in the kitchen, in the Inspired Kitchen. We have Mr. Lyndon Wissart. You're going to unmute yourself? You have to unmute yourself. Okay, let's unmute you. Lyndon, you need to unmute yourself. Hello.
Unmute.
You're right. I can hear you now.
Oh, you done? Yeah.
Yeah, can hear you.
All right. Okay. Sorry, I was a bit somewhere else there.
All right, this is live. So those people who are watching, they know this is a live show. So you know, we're open to making a little bit of blunders. It's all good because you know we're human and this is what we do. So how are you doing today, Lyndon?
Sorry,
how are you doing today?
I'm very well today. I'm very well today. I'm cooking today. I am cooking Cajun chicken with pilaf rice. Yeah, pilaf rice. And it's a special thing that I'm doing. I'm doing a little twist with the pilaf rice, actually. Something that, as a chef, I like to create different flavors with traditional rice dishes or meat dishes. So with traditional pilaf rice, it's normally just rice with onions and some seasoning. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to add a bit more flavor to it. Yeah? Okay?
Yep, it sounds good to me, Lyndon. Sounds good.
Excellent. So I'm going to get started in a second. Forgot to mention, Lyndon Wissart, the Inspired Diabetic. Yeah? How I reverse my type 2 diabetes in 105 days naturally is in my book. Yeah, so I thought I'd give that a quick plug while we're here. So this is exciting times, exciting day. It's a very quick, easy meal to do. I'm just doing two simple things and a side gravy. So the first thing I'm going to be doing now, as I said before, we normally take the chicken and we marinate it overnight. Yeah, okay. But for teaching purposes and learning purposes, what I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to do it as I go. So don't worry about what I'm doing. It's not seasoned or marinated properly. This is why when I send the list out, you can do it yourself the day before or 2 hours before. Yeah. So I use chicken thigh, and I'm going to cut them into small cubes. And the reason why I cut it into cubes is because it'll cook quicker, number one, and number two, it goes much further. So if you're trying to feed 3 or 4 people, yeah, you cut the chicken smaller. at least you'll get one piece of chicken, you know. Okay, but as you can see, I haven't seasoned it yet or nothing. I'm just going to get into portions first. Yeah. So that's my chicken in portions. What I'm going to do with that, just wash my hands. Okay, so with the chicken, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put some Cajun spice seasoning. Today I'm using Skinny Cook's Cajun spice seasoning, which is an all-in-one seasoning for Cajun spice, and it's lovely. I really do like this one. So I'm gonna put a bit of that. Like, it depends how much you like. Yeah, that'll be enough for me for now. But you can always taste it after to see how much more if you need any more. And I'm gonna do for the marinade. I've got the yogurt, yeah, and the olive oil, yeah. So I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon of olive oil in there, and 1 tablespoon of olive oil in the chicken. And don't forget, this, when we make this marinade, we normally leave this overnight. Yeah, with the jerk seasoning, it's already got salt in it. Yeah, with the jerk seasoning, you've got all the ingredients that you want as a jerk spice. Yeah, so you can see it like that now. So what you would do naturally with that is leave that overnight. Yeah, then what you do, you mix your oil with your yogurt. And the reason why I'm using the yogurt is the yogurt, it breaks down the meat. It does. Yeah. And the yogurt is very, very tasty also in the dish. All right. So that's the basic marinade. Yeah. And with this marinade now, you can leave this up to 2 hours. Yeah. 2 hours or overnight. Just cover that, and that is it. Okay. But what I'm going to do today, I'm going to cook it straight away. So I've done a marinade just to show you how to make the marinade. So what I'm doing today, I'm teaching you as I'm cooking. So we're going to get a pan hot. In my pan, I don't need no oil in it. And just make sure that the pan is hot. That's good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. And then we're gonna get this chicken cooking. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna put it on the back here. All right, so I'll get it started here. I'll get it on the back here so that you can see. Okay, so don't do this at home, but I'm just checking to see if it's hot, yeah? So I've got the oil in there, but as you can see, if I left it overnight, the yogurt will literally disappear. It's going already because it's sinking it's absorbing into the chicken. And that's where all the flavors are. It's a lovely, lovely combination of flavors. It is. So if you leave that overnight, your chicken the next day is going to be much more tender. But as I'm a chef, or I might be going to be a chef, yeah, what I could do is season it up to my taste, and you see that as hot. Okay, so the next one. I like the sizzle. Woo! Okay. So what I'm doing with that, I'm going to put the lid on it. And with the lid, it's just going to sit there for a little bit. And the reason I put the lid in it, to seal it, so that the juices from the chicken and the juices from the jerk seasoning infuses into itself. Look at that, you see? You see properly like that? That's what I want to do, see? So when you steam it, it creates moisture. See how that's spinning? That means that's nice and hot. So let's get that going, yeah? Okay. Let's change this board.
So Lyndon, whilst that's cooking there.
Okay, let's turn this off now. Okay. Can you hear me now? I'll turn the fan off, yeah?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Excellent, excellent. So what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna prepare the base for the pilau rice. Yeah? And The thing about this is it's exciting because you're going to get all different flavors in one place. Yeah. So we're going to start off with some olive oil in the bottom of the pan. Get a nice bit of heat on, get heat in there. And then even at this stage, I'm going to put some bay leaf in there. I'm going to put some cardamom. I've got my garlic in there to go in there as well, and onions. So we're going to cut this onion. As you can see, I'm using my good old red onion today for the pilau rice. Red onions, full of flavor, full of nutrition, and also it's a flavonoid food. I think it seems a bit slow today. Let's get that going. Okay. So if you want to make this spicy as well, you can at that stage. I've got the garlic. I'm just going to grate the garlic. Because in this dish, I don't really want chunks of garlic. I just want the garlic to give it flavor. So the most important thing for me is to taste the nice, fragrant rice, which I'm using basmati rice today. This is the first dish that we've actually done, I think, with rice. And one of the reasons why is because basmati rice is a healthier option rice. It's gluten-free. And also, it tastes very, very nice. It's got a nice fragrant flavor. It's got low glycemic value to it, which is better for diabetics as well. And also, as you can see, I'm using the ginger. I'm using the skin of the ginger. I'm using everything for the ginger. Okay, I'm not going to put too much ginger in there. Just a tiny bit of ginger.
So, Lyndon, can you use any type of rice, or does it have to be basmati?
No, you can use any type of rice. Traditionally, peanut rice is made with long grain rice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's traditionally made with long grain rice, but you can do it with basmati, like I'm doing, because it's a healthier option. So I'm trying to keep it as healthier as possible.
Yes. Thank you.
So that's the whole idea. So put the onions down like that. Okay. So we put some thyme in it as well. Some fresh thyme. I love my thyme. Okay. That's the basmati rice there. Wow, beautiful, beautiful. You can also use brown basmati rice as well. You can, which is another healthy option. So at that stage now, as it's cooking, and as the cardamom starts to infuse, what you can do then is add the rice. Yeah. Let's see how the chicken's getting on. How's that chicken? Look at that chicken, lovely. You see all the juices in it that come out of that? That's what we're looking for. And we want to make sure the chicken at least 50 to 60% cooked. So that's doing nicely. So I'm gonna leave the lid on that while it's cooking. So even if the chicken is totally cooked out, it doesn't really matter. Okay, I want a bit more heat on this. So the basmati rice is in there. And at this stage, what I like to do is add some turmeric for two reasons. Number one, for color. And number two, because turmeric is very good for diabetics to help reduce the blood sugar levels. So what you do with that, you just mixing it in. And you can see the color of the rice. If you want it to be more yellow, just add some more turmeric. You can add some olive oil to this at this stage as well if you want, but I'm not going to, because what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add some stock. You can do this as a chicken stock or veg stock. It's totally up to you. It doesn't really matter. Well, it matters if you're a vegetarian, obviously, but in certain cases, it depends what kind of flavor you want. This is chicken biryani or chicken pilaf. Sorry, I've got biryani in my mind now. So what I'm doing, just leave that. So all you're doing, you see, I've got a little bit of water in that. I'm gonna let that cook out slowly. Let it cook a little bit. So normally with basmati rice, you normally use twice the amount of liquid to the actual rice, yeah? And there's enough space for it to absorb. But if you want to use a basmati rice for, say for instance, for a salad, or you want to take it off and use it for a stir fry, what you could do with the basmati rice, cook it in 6 times the amount of water, and then what you can do is just drain it out of the water afterwards once it's cooked. That's another way. So probably one day I'll do that. I'll do a stir fry rice for you guys with the basmati rice, because it's not loads and loads of flavor with the basmati rice. With the basmati rice, it contains all 8 essential amino acids, folic acid, very low in sodium. Yeah, it has no cholesterol. So yeah, basmati rice is what I like about basmati rice. It could be a slow cook or it could be a quick cook. With basmati rice, a lot of people find, how do you stop it from sticking? The way to do it without sticking, number one, wash it about 5 times. So you soak it in water, you take it out of the water, leave it for about 5 minutes more, and you take it out. You leave it in water again, take it out. Do it about 5, 6 times. Look at that chicken. Whoa! I should have been a chef. Whoa! Okay? Don't worry about the flavors for now, but look at that. Okay, let's see how that chicken's cooked. How far is it?
Good, Lyndon.
That chicken is near enough cooked already. Yeah, brilliant.
I think that should be your tagline. You know, I should have been a chef.
Okay. So the next thing we're going to do now, because the basmati rice is not fully cooked yet, that's when you add your chicken. Yeah, you can add your chicken now. I'm not using the juice from there because I want to use the juice to make a gravy as an accompaniment. Yeah, so what I'm going to do that, so leave that on the side there. And look at that, plenty of meat. Look how much you get out of that. And that's just one thigh, chicken thigh. Probably costs what? £1 or less than that. Depends where you buy it from. Yeah. Also, what I've done, I've got some dates to go into it as well. But I'm going to be very, very cheeky. Put that there. I got some dates. Yeah, dates are very nice, very juicy, very, very sweet. And I just want to add 1 date, or maybe 2 dates, to this, because I love the flavor of dates. You know, I used to cook a lot of Persian rice, and we used to put dates, almonds, apricots in the Persian rice. I'm going to cook it very, very small. Is that a top part? That is, isn't it? Don't want to eat that bit. Okay. So I'm going to put that in like that, and just mix that in like that. Okay. Is that still on? Yeah, that's still on. Excellent. I'll come back to you in a second. All right. So with that rice, the basmati rice is nearly cooked, would you believe, which is awesome. What I'm going to do, because you know me, I'm going to use some coriander. Okay. I'm going to put some coriander in it right now. I personally like the stem of coriander. I also like the leaves, but I want to put some of the stem, which is kind of crunchy, but it's amazing when you cut a coriander like that. The smell is just so amazing, so amazing. So I'm going to put it in like that. Turn that down a bit. Okay. So when it's cooking like this, there's no reason. Look at that. That looks. Woohoo! The bay leaf, the cardamom, coriander, the jerk seasoning. It's a beautiful combination. You see, look at that. How long has that taken? 5-10 minutes, and it's nearly cooked. So it's going to be a quick one today. So just taste some of the rice. It's not cooked yet. Whoa. So what you do, you can judge it. I'll put a bit more water in there. Then all you need to do is just put the lid on. See, when it's like this now, what we can do sometimes, you can cover it total, put the water in about that far up, yeah, and then put it in the oven. When it's in the oven, the moisture expires much more quicker. So what happens, it'll cook more evenly, but you still got to watch it. So with this rice as it is now, I'm going to be doing it on top of the stove. So just put some more stock in there. You can leave it like that and just put it, and just leave it to cook out slowly. But I'm going to check that every 5 minutes to make sure it's okay. Yeah, so you can leave that on a slow cook, you can. Okay, so here's my juice. Woo, from the chicken. And as you can see, it's at the bottom there like that. Okay, whoa, great stuff, great stuff. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to get the gravy ready. My Cajun, and with this one, the reason why I'm going to set it out in there, and when you cook this one down, you don't have to cook the onions out too much, because I think sometimes in the gravy, when you cook it, when you serve it on your food, it gives it a nice different texture to everything that you're doing. Okay. So at this stage, what I personally want to do, I want to add a little bit more jerk seasoning for my personal flavoring. And then we're going to add the stock. Okay. So what I like to do, I like to keep getting until all that juice at the bottom comes away. You see the brown bits? That's on the chicken. A lot of people, what they do, what we call it debraising the pan. So when you call it debraising the pan, that means you're getting all the flavors, what came out of the chicken and the yogurt and the Cajun spice into the sauce. So what I'm just going to do is just let this clear that bottom like that, and then I'm going to transfer the pan. I will. Okay, so you start to boil there. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for it to start to boil. So even at this stage, just taste it. That is a Cajun taste. Woo-hoo! Wow, that is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to transfer that to a smaller pan. The reason why I'm transferring it to a smaller pan is because this one's too big. So when I make the gravy, I could do it in a smaller velocity, in a smaller dimension, rather than having it all over the place. See? And also, when you clean a pan like that, less cooking as well, yeah? Less scrubbing. Whoever's going to do the cooking in my house today. All right. And one of the things I like about this as well is the color. It's got a nice color to it as well. And if you want, you can add some more time, a bit of thyme to it. There's nothing wrong with that. A little bit of thyme. And just cook that out. And then what we're going to do with the gravy depends on everybody. Some people like the gravy runny. Some people want it thick. But I like my gravy thick. So what I'm going to do now, get this one on. So leave that gravy there to cook out slowly. Okay, see on low heat. Let's check on the rice. Okay, you see the rice? Whoa, look at that. One thing I like about cooking, colors. Colors is beautiful. I just give it a stir like that to loosen it up. Just to loosen it up. Don't forget when you put the chicken was already cooked already, or 90% cooked. But you can always taste this now, like I will. So that the rice is still not cooked yet, but I can tell it still needs some more water, some stock of meat. That's it. And then just give it a mix to break it up. You see, and this is what people say. Oh, anytime I cook basmati rice, it always thickens, always thickens. But you can see how this is very loose when you wash it a certain amount of times. So what we've got in now, we've got the chicken, the turmeric, garlic, ginger, bay leaf, cardamom, and the jerk seasoning and coriander. Coriander, fresh coriander. What is it? It's a flavonoid food. Yeah. So as you can see, the gravy is thickening already. Thickening already. And I know we tasted it before. And that is thick. But what I'm going to do, it depends on how you like your gravy. Yeah, that is fine for me as it is. But some people may want it thicker. So what I will do, I'll put a bit of stock in there. Okay. And then I've got some gravy granules. Yeah, it's a gravy. The gravy granules is just for a thickening agent. For a thickening agent for a sauce like this, you can use several things. One of the things some people that use is corn flour, arrowroot. They use actual flour, or they use a roux like flour and butter together, or flour and oil, or flour and margarine. So you can see that's kind of thick. So with the gravy granules, two things it gives it. Well, three things it gives it. The gravy granules gives it flavor, number one. Number two gives it thickness, yeah. And number three gives it flavor. So which is really, really good. So if you're adding something like arrowroot, corn flour, or even just flour, like a roux, roux is the flour and the butter and milk. No, the roux is the roux is the milk and the flour, yeah, and butter. That's a roux, yeah, as a thickening agent, yeah. But that doesn't normally have much flavor. So I'm kind of happy with that. A tiny bit more stock in there. And that's it. But with the granules, you got to make sure it's cooking out, that you're happy with it, okay? So I'm happy with that. So once you're happy with it, just turn it off. Okay, turn it off and leave it. And that's your gravy done. Is your rice still going? Nice and back down? Okay. So next thing we're going to move on to is we're going to do the spring greens. And the
Is
spring
that
greens.
still on though, Lyndon? Did you say that you
Sorry?
switched off of? Did you say that you switched off the rice and the chicken, or are you just
No,
leaving it kind of on a low heat?
The chicken's on a low heat because the rice is not fully cooked yet. And
Okay.
I've switched the gravy off, so I'm happy with the gravy. The gravy's done.
All right, great.
Okay. You see, sometimes when you do the gravy, some people, I see a lot of people, they mess about with the gravy, they fuss about it. But once you got it to where you want it, you're happy with it, just turn it off and leave it. That's what you got to do, turn it off and leave it. Even if you do it earlier on the day, it doesn't matter. Because the gravy, it normally lasts anyway. It does. So for the spring greens actually has been inspired by my mother. Yeah, inspired by my mother. And basically, when I was young, I never liked spring greens at all. I did not like spring greens. But as I got older, yeah, I started to cook it. I started to enjoy it. And for some reason, when I started to go to my mother's house, and she used to give me callaloo, you know, I used to look at it in the pan and say, Mum, I don't really want that. I think I was too British, you know, too eccentric to say, oh, I'm not going to eat my greens, you know. How many of you say, oh, I'm not eating my greens when you were younger? But how many of you now, when you got older, you realize the benefit of the greens? The greens is so much more beneficial now. Don't forget, with diabetes, yeah, your eyes suffer. And one of the things that helps with your eyes is greens. All leafy greens is good for the eyes. So what I'm going to do is some olive oil in there, a bit of olive oil. And that's on a slow heat. Whoa, that's pretty hot. And when I do this one, I always like to, it's funny, I always like to make it look like my mum's. You know, maybe I think it's gonna taste like my mum, which may not be the case. Okay. So onions in. Gonna put some garlic in there. The garlic now is very, very good, especially now for the viruses that's going around. Yeah, the garlic is very good to clear your chest, clear the lungs. It is. But with garlic, it adds such a taste, such a flavor, and such a smell. So I'm just gonna throw that oil in like that. And normally my mother, she put swordfish in there. Yeah, but nowadays, we are changing much more from swordfish for the simple reason that swordfish, that swordfish is very, very salty. That's the rice there. While those onions are just stirring there, let's have a quick check on the rice. Look at that. So even something like this, you can just leave the rice, just leave in the oven for about 30, 40 minutes, and then come back to it. If it's dried out, just add some more stock. If it's too wet, take the lid off. For me, that is done. So with the rice, I'm gonna leave the lid on it. I'm gonna turn the heat off and just let it simmer now. Yeah, because it's not too dry, it's not too wet. It's just perfect. Just perfect. Okay. So while these onions are cooking, I don't want to put the onions down too much. Nice bit of colour on them, but still al dente. When you're cooking it, you don't want to lose the texture. And with the peppers as well, I'm going to put the peppers in straight away to cook straight down. Okay, lovely, lovely. So there's different ways you can cut the peppers. And what's the pepper? The pepper is a flavonoid. Flavonoid food, good for the pancreas. Yeah, help you to produce insulin. And the reason why I use red pepper, because my mum used red pepper. It's funny, sometimes you do certain things, you don't know why you do it, but you do it because you see somebody else do it. And ain't that strange? That's really strange sometimes. But on the second hand, the pepper is very, very sweet. Let's cook down like that. I'm just going to use half of the pepper. Scotch bonnet. Why Scotch bonnet? My mum used Scotch bonnet. Yeah. I'll put it in there now. And don't forget, when you do the Scotch bonnet, I should have shown you, put some holes in it. So when the heat gets to it, it doesn't expand and burst into your face. Okay.
Well, that's a really good trick there, Lyndon, that you just came in with the Scotch bonnet. In terms of cooking it.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, because sometimes what you tend to do, some people put certain things into, even certain tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, they put it into a sauce, and because the heat makes it expand, sometimes it explodes. It does. So what I'm going to do with that, 1 second. Okay, so with that, I'm going to put a lid on it just to steam it down so that it doesn't get too much color on the onions, and so that the flavor of the pepper is going to infuse with the onion, the red onion. So what I'm going to do now is get the spring onions ready. See, the spring onion is one of the things that I used to start my cooking with when I was a child, because I was a latchkey kid. So when I used to come home from school, I was the first one home. My mother wasn't there, nobody was there, and I'm the youngest, so I had my key dangling inside. Come home, open the door. I'll go home, and I'll go straight to the garden, and this is what my mum always was growing, scallion. She was always growing scallion in the garden. And that's what we call it, scallion, spring onion. And that's what my love of spring onions come from. And then we're going to put tomato in there. I love tomato. And also, what is tomato good for? It's good for the prostate. Cooked tomato is good for the prostate. It is. So we're doing a dish here that has plenty benefits to it. As you can see, I'm taking the core out. The reason why I take the core out, I personally don't like core. That's me. That's why I take it out. Okay. We're going to put lemon in there as well. Whoa. Oh, look at that. Okay. So that's cooking down nicely. What you can do now, you just taste a bit of pepper. The pepper is al dente. What I'm going to do is add a bit of Himalayan salt to it. You don't like my Himalayan salt? Good. The other good salt is a sea salt as well. Okay. And here, over here, I've got my. I'm going to add the spring greens to it now. So with the spring greens, something comes with the core, which is hard part, but I don't mind it. We're gonna cook it down. Just put it like that. Put the lid on. Leave it for a second. So this one is wild spinach, which I bought. So you can use this wild spinach as well in a dish. There's nothing wrong with that. So that's bit of wild spinach that's washed. So with people, if you don't like the stem, don't use the stem. But also with the stem, what you could use for juicing. If you're a person that likes to juice, a very good ingredient, a very good protein, is a spinach for your juicing. So with this spinach, it's wild spinach, I like it. Cool. So just pour it. It's washed already. Just throw it in there. And that's it. So with spinach, it's good for the eyes. Very, very good for the eyes. So I'm just sweating that down. See, at this stage now, because I'm not adding the saltfish, you can add some other seasoning or flavorings you want to that. That's totally up to you. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add the spring onion. And I'm going to add the tomatoes. The reason I'm doing spring onions and tomatoes now, because the tomatoes need to cook down so that it's effective for the prostate. So I'm going to leave that on there. To cook down for a little bit. And then what I'm going to do, I've got some lemon to zest into it afterwards and to go on top. All right, so how is our pilau rice? Woo! Look at that. Look at that pilau rice. I could smell the bay leaf as well. That's very strong bay leaf. Actually, with the bay leaf, guys, let's quickly show you. The bay leaf, what I put in there, it has some very, very good scented aroma to it, which is very, very good for the atmosphere or the environment in your house. So some people, they burn some people burn the bay leaf down and they leave it to scent the house, where it gives off a potent, nice smell, and it gives them energy to the house, which is very, very good. So look at that. You wouldn't believe that's basmati rice, would you? Wow. That's nice. That's nice. And don't forget, when you taste your rice, if you want to add more Cajun spice to it, if you want to add more salt to it, seasoning, you do what you want to do for yourself. Yeah? Do what you want to do and do what suits your flavor, your taste bud. Okay. We're giving that a stir. Look at that. Look at the colors. Look at the colors. Look at that. Okay. So with this one, you may need a bit more salt, or you could have some more spices to it.
It looks really good, Lyndon.
Sorry?
I said it looks really good.
Yeah, this is full of nutrition. Full of nutrition and color. How do people eat nowadays? Through color. You know, you see something, it looks nice, they eat it. Oh, that looks nice on the menu. I'll try that. So I go there. Gravy's still going. Gravy's all right. See, as you left the gravy, it's got a bit thicker. Yeah. So with me, I'm kind of fussy. So I'm gonna turn the gravy back on because it's got a bit thicker. Put more stock in. And that's it. Okay. Next thing we're gonna do. Got some almonds. Woo! The almonds is very, very nice, very tasty. It adds color, flavor, and texture. And it's a flavonoid food as well, which is brilliant. Let's get on. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna do some dates. The dates that we're doing here, this is mostly for the garnish now, to go on top. When I used to do a lot of Persian cooking, we used to have the dates, plums, sesame seed, flaked almonds, and we used to mix it all together, and we used to decorate it on top of the dish when it's totally finished. So we're not going to cut it too hard. Sometimes they leave it whole. They do, but I don't know. Somebody told me somewhere, I don't know if it's true or not, that dates is like an aphrodisiac. Maybe true, maybe not true, but that's for some people to find out. Eat it at midnight and you see what happens. Okay, so that's the dates. I'll finish off with. Okay. Okay, well, put some pepper in there. Color's lovely, lovely, lovely color. Lovely color. Okay, so when this is cold as well, you could use that for a salad, cold salad. You can. How's that gravy doing? Whoa, lovely. Okay, just have a quick taster. Okay, remember, there's nothing wrong with tasting it while you're cooking it. Yeah, because the best we do is taste it. Actually, it's pretty nice. Actually, that's really nice.
Yes, I was surprised, Lyndon. It looks good.
Yeah. But to be honest, I personally like the red onions and the tomatoes cooked together. Yeah. I'm doing a dish, I think next week or the week after, which is one of my weaknesses. Okay. Right, so gravy's done. All right. Okay, so we're nearly finished now. Just finishing off now. I would say that this is done now. Yeah, it's done now. My mother, yeah, she would normally let that cook down even more. She does. Yeah, but for time's sake today, I'm just gonna leave it like that. And the amount of greens that I've got in, you can have more greens, you can have less greens. It's totally up to you. It is. Trying to get some color onto these flaked almonds. Okay. So we're getting ready to plate up now. Some almonds, some coriander. All right. Look at that. Pilau rice looking great. Gravy. Woo! Excuse me. Whoa, where does this come from? Oh, look at that. Look at that almonds. Look at that. Once it starts to change color like that, that's beautiful taste. Beautiful. Okay. So we've got the coriander. Put it there for a second. That's gonna go on top. Then we've got the zest for the lemon zest. Because it is a zesty, whoa, that's done. It is a zesty lemon, cabbage, spinach. If anybody out there likes red cabbage and they're not sure how to season it or make it taste nice and get it to cook quickly, I could do that in a couple of sessions very soon. So that's the lemon. Okay. Wow. And what does the lemon do? It refreshes it, gives it a nice flavor, adds flavor. Remember, some ingredients, they don't take away flavor, they add flavor. Add flavor. This is wonderful. Oh. Okay, excellent. So we're here now. Whoa, whoa. This is the best part a chef loves. Plate it up, plate it up.
You got 8 minutes, Lyndon.
I'm done. Whoa. Here we go, see? A small bit of rice, a small bit of chicken, and we're done. Look at that. Side dish, look at that. That's extra gravy, sauce on the biryani. Flaked almonds. Lovely dates. The dates are lovely. It gives you that sweetness, gives you energy. Nice, nutritious. And then a bit of coriander just to finish off. Perfect, lovely. Woo! Excellent. So that's our Cajun chicken, pilau rice. Cajun chicken, spiced, pilau rice with a Cajun sauce gravy. And then we've got the spinach, greens, and there's a Scotch bonnet. Infuse them with flavor. But what we could do with that, just stick it on there for a bit of color. How's that? And that's it.
Well, that looks incredible. It looks lovely,
Well,
Lyndon.
thank you very much.
Well done. Thank you very much, Lyndon. That looks great.
Brilliant. Nice color, looks edible,
Yeah.
fresh, and very, very quick.
Very quick.
Yeah.
A
Very
whole meal. A whole meal.
A whole meal.
That looks.
So what do I say? Guess who's coming for dinner?
Well, it's certainly not me tonight, is it, Lyndon?
Soon.
Another day. Yes, another day. The day is coming. That looks absolutely fabulous. If
Thank you
you'd
very
like,
much, Yvonne.
you're very welcome. If you'd like to find out more details about how Lyndon is cooking and the ingredients, you can follow Lyndon on his website and also Facebook and Instagram. Isn't that right, Lyndon?
That's right. And here's the book with some of the ingredients I've been using as well. The Inspired Diabetic. Thank you very much. Find me on Instagram, like Yvonne said, Facebook, Twitter, and my website, The Inspired Diabetic. Excellent. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us this week. And I'll see you next time.
Thank you very much, Lyndon. For those of you who are listening, we'll be back here next week at 4 p.m, 4 till 5 p.m. with Let's Cook with Yvonne and Lyndon. If you would like to cook in the Inspired Kitchen, then do let us know and we will send that ingredient and you can come into the Zoom room and cook at the same time. Therefore preparing your dinner. All right, so we'll be back next week, but for now it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye for me. Lyndon Wissart.
All right, guys, see you next week. Ciao, ciao.
Bye. Thank you.